All right, so today we got to find the radius of a cone that has a height of 9 inches and a volume of 80 cubic inches. We also want to express our answer to the nearest tenth. So the first thing you want to do on a question like this is to draw a picture of a cone so you can kind of figure out what you're supposed to do. So here I already drew in for us. I labeled the height 9 inches and the radius that we don't know, I used an R. So we got to remember, what is the volume formula for a cone? We know that the volume formula for a cone is 1/3 times pi times radius squared times the height of the cone. So in order to solve for the radius, we need to plug in the things that we know. We do know that the height is 9 inches. We'll plug that in for h. And we know that the volume is 80 cubic inches. So we'll plug that in for v. So we will get 80 is equal to 1/3. We can use an approximation for pi, which is about 3.14, times the radius squared that we don't know, times the height of 9 inches. Now the next step is to understand that all of these terms, 1/3, 3.14, r squared, and 9 are being multiplied. So let's multiply the parts that we can. So we can do 1/3 times 3.14 times 9. And that gives us about 9.42 times r squared. Now, we can do this a little easier in our head if we see that 1/3 times 9 equals 3. So this is technically 3 times 3.14 times r squared, if you want to do a little math in your head. If not, you can just multiply 1/3 times 3.14 times 9, and you should get 9.42 times r squared. Now remember, this still equals 80 cubic inches. Now our next step is to isolate our radius that's being squared. And so we know that that is 9.42 times the radius squared. And so to undo multiplication, we have to do division. So we divide both sides by 9.42. These cancel, and we get the radius squared is equal to 8.49. Now we're almost done. We still have the radius is being squared, so now we got to undo the power of 2. And to do that, we just do the inverse of squaring something, which is taking the square root. So then the square root of r squared is just r, and the square root of 8.49 is about 2.91. Good. Now from here, let's remember, it says round to the nearest tenth. So we say, okay, 2.91 is actually 2.9 inches. And you are done.